Alright, all. Welcome back. That's in Kharkov, German, so part 43. Right, I've been hesitating to press record there because I'm still like, I know as soon as I draw the first Soviet card, I'm like, that's it. I'm just still unsure about my deployment of these units and just worried that I'm missing something simple that I should be seeing and. Oh, you know what, Grant? Just go with it. It looks pretty good. It does look pretty good, but yeah, you need some work. So, well, I suppose I'm also worried about what we're going to draw here because it could spoil it. I mean, I haven't looked to see what, even if a pop-up unit will appear in here, meaning, or third tank. Well, I think third tank of, yeah. You know what? Let's just draw some cards. Let's draw cards and then that's that set in. Right, okay, here we go. The moment of truth. What are we going to get? Right, do it, Grant. Do it. 40th Army. Yes, okay. Ooh, well, it's third tank. It's not Popov. Okay, well, we're going to find out about the third. Ooh. Well, 40th Army is the primary, actually. Ooh. And there's an event. Oh, don't spoil something with an annoying event. Right, so this is a primary card, this is not. So we're checking this for an event. And between turns 2 and 5, the event is Partisan Uprising. I want to say it's something about IP. No, I don't know. I think I looked at it before. Right, okay, well, just look at it, Grant. Nope, it's not going to spoil things here. The combat tactic, reinforced battle and artillery. Mind you, this is a supplemental card as well, so this wouldn't shuffle in if I got used for that. Right, Partisan Uprising. Right, here we go. What? In all town and city hexes, place dispersed markers on all non-dispersed German units to which Soviet units are proximate. You're having a laugh. Does not apply if the Soviet deck is empty. Well, it's not. Or if only one hex other than Kharkov qualifies, or if no hexes qualify. Or if only one hex. Oh, right. Well, Kharkov's going to qualify, so. Well, that's not nice. So they're going to put disperse markers on Kharkov. Well, like I say, that it does mean that third tank army card's going away, which, and the fact that this is going to be the activation for their impulse. Oh, I've not drawn my card. I forgot. Well, I suppose I was hesitating. Right, now knowing what this, well, not that there's new information. I've just got to draw the top card off the deck, but I'll get that once I move across the map. But I think now I want second SS card drawn because I want to get the units in Kharkov out of dispersal. So, in all town and city hexes, place disperse markers on all non-dispersed German units to which Soviet units are approximate. Right, well, okay, we've got other units as well. The one in Belgrade. You're going to have, what is it? The one up the top as well. I forgot the name of it. Kramatorsk. Yeah, that's going to get it as well. Oh, that's annoying then. Because we wanted to have an attack out of there. Right, I better start showing you some of this. Well, this event's going to happen. Yeah, between 2 and 5, Partisan Uprising. Right, and I've got the event there. So, I mean, like I say, the good thing about that is that's going there. So we're not going to have a third tank army activation, or, I mean, that's quite a nasty combat tactic as well. So, in some ways, maybe this isn't too bad. Sorry. Sorry. Where are we? I'm lost. Right, I'm doing this at a funny angle as well. That's my excuse for that one. Right, let me move across to the map. Okay, so just reading that again. In all town and city hexes, place disperse markers on all non-dispersed German units to which Soviet units are proximate. And then it does not apply if Soviet deck is empty or if only one hex other than Kharkov qualifies. Yeah, so it does take into account Kharkov. So Kharkov's becoming dispersed. So yeah, it's not good, but I think with the card now Belgorod as well, he was out of supply, but I mean, well, and then like I say, Kramatorsk up there is going to be also these different markers on top. So I think I'd prefer to see the disperse marker on that actually. And put that underneath. I mean, I think I'll remember where their army objective is. And I think that's all. Obviously, we bailed out Zimiev, we lost Chugiev. Yeah, we don't have any other towns, so in some ways that could be quite good, you know. Oh, we would have been deploying a unit in there, wouldn't we? So we got out of that one as well. That's quite good. I think that's all. Belgorod, Kharkov, and Kramatorsk. Yeah. Yeah, because this isn't. Yeah, no, they took that. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, it's bad, but it would have been worse if the card coming along now was Popov or maybe even third tank. They might come to, you know. But we'd really like to. Well, I'm just about to draw. I still forgot to draw my card. Because we played the Army Group South card, obviously, and we've only got 4 cards in hand. So I'm going to draw my card, and I'm hoping for second SS now, because if we get second SS, I could move both these units or one of these units, whatever I choose, maybe one in there, one in there. And then remove the dispersal from Kharkov. So that's what we're kind of hoping for here. Right, well, I'm going to draw that card now. So here we go. Fingers crossed. Hey. 48 core as well. That's typical, isn't it? Well, you don't know what you're going to get, because obviously I'd done that with the Army Group South because I had the card in hand for them. So now I've got 2 cards in hand. However, I tell you what, that would have eliminated repair 2 points, and we've got 3 eliminated units. So we could repair 2 of them. However, that's something down the line. Right, so we're not going to get the second SS going first here. That would have just been too perfect, I think. However, it does look now they're activating 40th Army over here. So it does look like I'll be able to activate 48 core and get something into here. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see. So yeah, so they're going to play this and activate all units in 40th Army. Right. They do have one reserve actually. So there's that guy that might come in to spoil things. But I mean, it looks like this guy, this Core Rouse guy's for finishing off. I mean, he's isolated now, so they don't even need to check. They just attack, don't they? But it ties all day, man. You know, I mean, again, it's just a speed bump that's, you know, going to slow them down. Really, that's what it's all about. I mean, not nice, but I think that's how war is at times. Okay, so 40th Army. Yeah, they're the ones who got the army objective, isn't it? And it's in Belgorod. I know that's just off. Oh, I didn't realise he was a second SS unit in here. I kind of forgot about that. Well, that's not relevant anyway, is it? Yeah, that's where the 40th Army objective marker is. That's not. Yeah, it wasn't relevant to anything we've done. It's a second SS unit in there. No, I mean we couldn't have deployed within 3 of that anyway because we need to deploy in our boundary. Yeah, so yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I suppose if we were activating second SS, then it would remove the dispersal from him. I think he's got unsupplied on him as well. He's out of supply. Yeah, I mean he's just waiting to be finished off as well. So that's where the army objective is. We've still got a unit in it, so it's not moved. Yeah, so let's go through their movement methods then, because 9.26 obviously they've got their own methods. Take a VP hex. No. Now just remember certain restrictions, grant certain changes. Okay. So movement method 8 is movement method 2 is the same as movement method 8. That's what I'm trying to say. It says move to an occupied hex is adjacent to German unit and not adjacent to Soviet unit, adjacent to that same German unit. Yeah, well, I mean, this hex is open again. So we do this. We'll do all these in descending order, and we've got this guy, this guy, this guy. We've got 4 units. 40th Army looks like it. Did this guy bounce back? He's from turn 3. Or maybe it just didn't come out. Yeah, we only brought out the armoured unit and then went to overwhelming attack, didn't we? Yeah, it's maybe quite possible he might not come out again. So I'm looking at unit 10 first though. And remember, this guy now doesn't exert a zone of control while he's isolated. Just to double check that one again. Does not exert a zone of control. Okay. And the thing is, he could go into here and would be adjacent to a German unit and not adjacent to a Soviet unit, adjacent to that same German unit. It's not really relevant, really, is it? He's not got another option. No. So that's what he would do. However, we've got the whole 9.25 would kick in. I think that's where he would end up though, because 9.25 is going to come down to what is it? The one not occupied by, or because the unit is already surrounded. Yeah. No, we wouldn't be breaking surround as well by moving it in there. He'd still be surrounded. So we're not breaking that restriction, or any other for that matter. And then a hex not occupied by or adjacent to a Soviet unit adjacent to the same German unit. So that would actually be the one he would choose. Because, I mean, he can reach any hex round about this unit, because remember, like I say, there's no zone of control exerted from the unit. And this would be the only hex where he's not adjacent or occupied by or adjacent to a Soviet unit adjacent to the same German unit. So yeah, I think he will move down there actually. Yeah, okay. And then going through the rest of the units, well, Unit 4 would be next, but I can't see him being able to do anything like that. No, there's not a German unit we could reach. I mean, these are the nearest along here, but you know, he's not going to get adjacent to it and not have a Soviet unit also adjacent to him. So let's move on to the next movement method, which is movement method 3, closer to German unit and army objective. Locate the German unit in or closest to the active army objective marker. Well, it's this guy in here. It's the second SS guy that's in Belgorod. So that is their target. And in descending order, they want to move hang on, stop, Grant, stop. Move back, rewind. Because once this guy moves into here, right, well, I should have considered this guy anyway, because he is the same, isn't it? I wonder why these would then now want to move away from there, but they're not going to, because movement method 8 says move to an unoccupied hex is adjacent to German unit and not adjacent to Soviet unit adjacent to that same German unit. But it also has a unit starting on the hex satisfying this movement method does not move by this or any subsequent method. And this guy would have always had it, but this guy wouldn't have satisfied it until this guy moved to here. So now both these units well, hold on. This guy satisfies it because he might adjust by 9.25 and then not satisfy it for this guy. I think that's right. Okay, so yeah, so sorry, we should have checked unit. We've looked at unit 4 and then we just skipped by these guys. So we know he can't reach that, but this guy, unit 3, is actually satisfying that movement method. So he's going to lock in there unless it can be adjusted by 9.25. Right, okay. So the unit's already surrounded. I very much doubt he's going to move, actually. A hex not occupied by or adjacent to a Soviet unit adjacent to the same German unit. It's going to be where he is, because that's not going to work. No. Yes. So he's going to lock in there. And you know what? This guy's going to do the same, because it's exactly the same thing. He's going to say no, and then yes. So they both walk in there, that's fine. And then, so it's only unit 4 that we need to consider with movement method 3. So he's wanting to get closer to this. Can he? Well, I'm pretty sure he can just step in there. So he's going to move adjacent, so 9.25, because he, well actually, 1, 2, 3, yeah, he can reach here. There's no room at the end here though, I don't think. No. Right. And 1, 2, well, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, he can get down here as well. So he's got a few options. Well, get your cubes out, Grant. Okay, there's 3 options. Remember, this guy does still exert a zone of control. He's just out of supply. So yeah, there's our 3 options for 9.25 then. The guy's already surrounded. Don't need to look at that. A hex not occupied by or adjacent to something. Yeah, I'm not going to find one of them either, are we? They're all like in that state. And then next one would be an empty or garrison hex, and that's not happening either. This is only empty hex, it's adjacent, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we need too much movement to get around there. Hex not occupied by an active unit, however. Well, they're all not occupied by an active unit, aren't they? Yeah, these are all. I always get tied up with that one for some reason. Try to think it through. These are all non-active units. So they all count. So we can't break it down. So we need to tie break. Okay. Closest to the unit's objective marker, well, obviously they're all adjacent to it. An empty hex, we've done that one already, can't do that. The hex furthest in the compass direction then, so it's west, isn't it? And this is west, isn't it? Why am I... Nah. Yeah, so this is the most western hex, so he's going to go from there. 1, 2, crossing the river into a clear hex. 3 into the broken hex, and then 4 into there. And that's where he was. He's not broke any restrictions. Just glancing at the restrictions again. Yeah. Okay. We do not conduct a move if it would cause a Soviet unit to become unable to trace supply. This includes a moving unit. So, no issues there, but, you know, you can still trace 1, 2, 3 onto this road and away. But keep it in mind, Grant. Keep it there so that we don't let it get past us. And then the other one was the German supply traceable to the empty garrison. Yeah, okay. I think I'm on board with that one as well. But yeah, you keep them in mind. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. That's everybody moved in, eh? Well, these guys didn't move but just locked into place. But they're going to attack anyway, aren't they? So attack checks. Right. Where are we? Conduct attack checks. Ascend in order. We have 4, 3. Right, we've got unit 1 here, right? So we're looking at this isolated guy. In fact, is that not just automatic attack when they're isolated? Compare situational strengths as attacker defender ratio to determine if attack occurs. Attack if greater than or equal to 3 to 1, or all defenders isolated regardless of ratio. So we don't need to count it up. All defenders are isolated. This is an automatic attack. These guys are all attacking. I didn't activate more units again, did I? I'm just so rubbish at that one. Right, they're all attacking. I very much doubt we're bringing... Well, we're not. I think when they're isolated, you just don't bring in... That counts as overwhelming, does it not? Where does it show you in the combat bit? Yeah, overwhelming attack, 8 to 1, or large attack with 6 to 1, or defenders on supply dispersed with 5 to 1, or defenders isolated in non-VPX. Well, that's the case. So this is an overwhelming attack right from the start. I'll leave the guy there just now because I'm not quite sure what's going to happen down in Belgorod. I mean, the unit's only attacking himself, but you never know. Yeah, because I think he's only 2 strength actually. And the fact that this guy's not only out of supply, but he's dispersed as well. It might actually come to something if we can deploy this unit. Yeah, it could well be. Okay, so this attack's going ahead. What have we got? We've got 5, 9, 12 against 2. So 6 to 1 odds. I'm just about to have a look at isolated situation. 6 to 1 odds. And well, at the moment that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's 2 3-step units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chip pools. But I think the isolated part of this kicks in a bit as well, doesn't it? Isolated units. Here we are. Effect stuff out of supply plus. So gets the same as out of supply, but it gets additional. Does not exert its under control. Infantry unit may move or retreat no more than 1 hex. As infantry, yeah. Mechanised unit may not move or retreat. Armoured units are considered unarmoured. May not exit an enemy zone of control. May not enter an enemy town or city. May not attack. If eliminated, unit is destroyed. Ooh. Oh, okay. I never thought of that one, but then there's not an awful lot we could do about it. That's a pity though. Does not affect the placement of enemy reserve units. Isolated only. Enemy attackers may draw 2 extra combat chits. So that's going up to 7. And we disregard all attacker hits. So it's like a kind of hopeless state, really. Yeah, and we can't play combat tactics because that's part of the out supply. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So 6-1 odds, 7 chip pools. Yeah, and he's isolated, so there's a risk of things coming up with that. Right, okay. I don't have much hope for this guy still being around, so let's get 7 chips. Right, that's 1. That's D2. That's 3. Right, I'm just going to put it at 7 because there's no way I'm going to need to rewind this and find where chits were, if chits were drawn out of place or whatever. So I'll get the other 4. Okay, there we go. Interestingly, the next 2 chits I drew were City Town, that was clear on the back. He's in the woods. And then the next chit I drew was this one, and it was Woods Broken. Which I thought, oh, right, it's taking a hit off. However, the priority is the other side, disperse unsupplied. So, yeah, you can see that guy's in a whole lot of heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Let's just put him... Well, actually, he's gone, isn't he? He's eliminated. Was it eliminated or... No, it's not eliminated. If eliminated, unit is destroyed. So, that means I can put him back in the box. He's not coming back. So, yeah. Well, yeah. What can we do? Right, I'll clear up the chats and we'll check for advance after combat. Okay, so advance after combat, unit 1. Not a primary or a secondary arrow. Hex enable supply across secondary direction. No. So it's attack hex, so I'll advance on a 1 to 7. Oh, only just a 7. And he's going to advance the second hex automatically because that's his primary direction. And remember, this doesn't count as a unit in there because he's not advanced into there. So this guy will advance the second hex into there automatically. Advanced restrictions don't cause German proximity or German supply. Yeah, okay. Don't cause an Soviet unit to become unable to trace supply. Yeah, okay. So, and then unit 3 next. It's going to be the attacked hex again. So he'll advance on a 1 to 7. He rolls a 5. His infantry does not get a second advance. That would be the attacked hex for that guy now. But there's a unit already advanced. So it's a 1 to 3, he'll advance into there. He rolls a 10. So he's staying put, makes sense. I'll just put him down the bottom again. Okay, so that was that. Right, however, this could be interesting to see. Now, I'm kind of hoping this doesn't, because I want the third tank to kind of still have to deal with this guy. I don't want these 40th Army units to just take care of him. Yeah, so okay, attack check on here. Where are we? Right, attack check. So considering the reserve, he can be deployed on that hex, can he? Oh no, he can't. That's a 3-step unit. Yeah, but he can be deployed as long as it's, what is it, within the front, the same front. yeah, he's going to be able to be deployed in neither of these two, okay, and he wouldn't be able to deploy in there, but he can deploy in there, or there. Yeah, and in actual fact, he'd be deploying it. It doesn't matter. Flank doesn't matter. Right, so we would have, that means 8 strength we can consider against. Well, this guy's dispersed and unsupply and out of supply, and he's 2 strength. So he's 2. Yeah, come on, Grant. Just stop. It's a -2 for being out of supply, and a -1 for being dispersed. So let's just say this is going ahead, and in fact, well, maybe not. Right, so it's going to be, well, it's only going to be 42, so it's not going to be overwhelming. So he is going to bring the reserve in, right? I don't know what. Is that right? Now hang on. What is it? Overwhelming for unsupplied, dispersed. So it's both the same. So it would be 5-1 odds. They just need 5-1, but with that unit alone, it's only 2-1. Is that right? And in fact, yeah, with that unit, that's 8-2. That's 4-1. Okay, so he's going to place a reserve then. The attack's going ahead. This guy's attacking. And we are going to add the reserve. Right, where's it going to go then? Adjacent to the hex, yeah. Soviet reserve supply. Like I say, there's no space in there or there, so he's got these 3 choices. Yeah. Yeah, that's only that's a 1 and a 2. Right, okay. And he's only a 2, the reserve. And then a non-reserve unit in the active front is in or proximate to the hex. So, I mean, they're all in the active front, so that's fine. So then, preference, Soviet support, causing surround of target. No, the units, he's already surrounded, not across the Dnieper River, causing target to be flanked. Yeah, this was the question Martin asked, wasn't it? Was this not the one he asked from Soviet Solo? Give me a sec. Yeah, there it was. There it was Martin's question 9 to John Butterfield. All these were regarding the Soviet Solo game. But the question was, it was within 10.54, already adjacent. A German unit will move if it can cause a Soviet unit to become flanked. I assume this also applies when the target is in a town or city, despite the fact that German units cannot use a flank attack in such cases. And John's answer was just simply yes. So I think the word in there, become flanked, we're looking at adding, what was I looking at? Was adding the reserve, wasn't it? A preference, yeah. And the preference is causing target to be flanked. I think that's the same, is it not? I mean, it's not saying the wording was become flanked, and the wording there we're looking at is causing target to be flanked. I think that's the same. Do you not? Because we know it can't. It doesn't matter around the city, because if we draw a flank attack chit, it doesn't count. But I think Martin's question was regarding that one was, it's still something you would want to do if you can, flank the unit. It's more beneficial to maybe getting surround on the unit. It's like, so yeah, okay. The next one would be unoccupied hex, and the next one would be highest hex number. So that would put it, highest hex number would be this one, wouldn't it? Well, that's fine then. That works for me. Because each one of these hexes would cause the unit to become flanked. Does it become flanked? No, I'm taking Martin's words now. Causing target to be flanked. Now, hang on, I'm looking at the player aid here. Maybe it's wise to 12.2 to see what the wording is. Preferences. A hex causing the defender to be flanked. Well, that sounds more like what Martin's question was, huh? The wording was become flanked. A hex causing the target to be flanked. Yeah, I think so. I don't think that's trying to prefer that it's going to be a flank attack, is it? Okay, I'm not 100% sure about that. Let me know your thoughts. But each one of them would cause the target to be flanked, okay? So if we would then need to break up even further, and the next one was unoccupied. Well, none of them work. And the next one's highest hex number. So that would be this one, isn't it? Because that's 02 and that's 03. Yeah, so he's going to go in there. Right. And whether the flank bit works or not, that's where he's going to go. Okay. Right, back to the combat then. So now we've got 8 to 2. But we need to... on the wrong bit. 8 to 2. So let's get some dice out, Grant. 41 odds. I kind of hope this guy can survive this, but I mean, he's only one step. He survived one already, so yeah, I don't think he's going to survive it, Grant. Come on. And at the moment, it's only 2 chip pools, isn't it? But I think that's going to change. So 41 odds, 2 chip pools. Where are we? Right, we need to know about dispersed and what was it, out of supply. So out of supply, we can't play combat tactics, right? That's fair enough. Enemy attackers may draw 1 extra combat chit, so that's up to 3. Oops. And they get to disregard 1 hat, okay? And then dispersed, if all defending units start an attack dispersed, combat tactics can be applied, okay? And hits incurred by the attacker are reduced by 1. So he's going to reduce 2 hits to himself. Oh, well, that's it though. Okay, that's it, but he is going to draw combat tactic as well. Now, so there's that. Right, so 41 odds, 3 chip pools, extra chip pool coming from the out of supply situation. He's going to disregard 2 hits if he takes them. And it's not overwhelming, because we're only 41. It would be overwhelming at 5 to 1. In all honesty, because the units are unsupplied and dispersed, so that does mean he's drawing a card. Right, okay, so we draw a combat tactic. Oh my, it's another mobile group pop-off card. Just the units card, but yeah, and it's not going to shuffle in. NKVD, wow, we are getting lucky here. We are getting lucky, because we don't care about this guy. You know, I know it's not nice, but... So NKVD... so that increase hits incurred by the defender by 1, and then NKVD combat chip supply. So that increases his chip pools by another 1, and then he's got a hit on us already, so yeah. We're dispersed, we're unsupplied. Yeah, let's just draw 4 chits and put this guy out of his misery, I think. I'll just get them up in here somewhere probably. Anything else to do then? No, I don't think. I'll leave the NKVD, their card there, just to remind me in case I draw any chats. But yeah, no, I don't think we're good to go. Right, so yeah, I'll draw 4 chits. Okay, I think that chit's applying, and on that side, only defender armor, because yeah, he's second SS. What was the one? No, it was only isolated that stopped him from becoming armoured, wasn't it? Yeah, it was grand. Isolated says armoured units are considered unarmoured, but he's not isolated. He's just out of supply, and they're only attacking with 2 infantry units, so that applies. But remember, they're getting to ignore 2 hits. So although it applies, well, I mean, it's 1 hit that's not killing us. Oh yeah, we're in the city. We're in the city. We're going to soak up the 1 hit that he's getting with NKVD. Right, bring on more armoured chits. Right, 3 to go. Okay, I kid you not, guys. You know I'm not going to do that deliberately. You know, honestly. And they're both. It's turn 1 to 11 and then turn 1 to 8. So was it 2 chits? Two hits he was soaking up. I think it was, wasn't it? 1 for the out of supply. And 1 for the dispersed. I mean, I'm assuming they stack. It didn't. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So, but we've only got 2 more chits to draw, so you never know. That was annoying. It was 6 to 1 on the front as well. I think I maybe had that one before and thought, well, maybe. And then it's just 4 to 1 for the hit from. So, yeah, because they only need they only need D1, but they need D2, and that's them go because I'm in the city, and that's them go D2 because they get NKVDs. So, but still 1 chit to draw, so I'll get it. Yeah, 2 to 1. So that should finish it off. That's a replenished chit as well. So put this back in the cup, and then they'll all go back in the cup as well. So that's our 4 chits drawn. We've got D2A2. Okay, so D2A2, but the NKVD does dish out. But I'll tell you what, I'll take it. That's another Moa Group pop-off card away. That increases the hits to 3. Okay, we soak up 1 for the town, and then we've got 2 hits to take. We're only 1 step, so, and then our single retreat eliminates us anyway. So this guy's gone, right? It's not. Now he wasn't isolated though, so he has just gone in the eliminated units box. So that's not as bad. In some ways, get him eliminated now before he becomes isolated, because then he's not coming back ever. So, yeah, never thought about that. So, disperse marker, no, that goes in there. Right, and then they had 2 hits, but they were soaked up because the unit was out, not only out of supply, but it was dispersed as well. So that soaked up a hit each. So they don't take any hits. I think we might have had an unfulfilled hit there anyway. So okay, so Belgorod is going to fall. Unit 4 to advance. Well, it's a VP hex, so he will automatically advance. We'll get an ownership marker. Now, when that happens, this is going to move as well. So he advances into Belgorod. We lose 2 victory points. That's him up to 9, or they gain 2 victory points. Sorry. And then this guy could advance as well, and he's advancing into a VP hex. A unit already advanced. So on a roll of 1 to 6, he will join him. Yeah, that's the only unit in there, Grant. Right, on a 1 to 6. He rolls a 5, so they're staying together. So he jumps into here as well. Right, they've got the ownership marker, they got the victory points. Now, the 43rd Army objective marker then. What happens to that? Well, where are we? There we are. So it was in 0311 to start with. It's now going into 1012. 1012. 101. Yeah, it's further along, isn't it? Right, let me find it first. 1012. Okay. Right. Yeah, it's the other side of Kharkov. So it's just in here. Other side of Kharkov. So that's where they're going to start heading for now. And, well, the Voronezh front objective markers down here. So that's where third tank are heading for now as well. So they're all going to be heading across this way. So, yeah. So all the units moved or advanced. There's no bouncing back. Sorry, moved or attacked, I meant to say. There's no bouncing back to reserves. Yeah. So yeah, pity. I was hoping that. Nah, to be honest, when you seen the results, maybe if you didn't have a reserve and the odds were only going to be 2-1, you might have felt like you maybe had a chance, but it didn't help with the NQVD. But I'll tell you what, I think I'd take that if I knew it was going to be a mobile group pop-off card. I'd probably take that. Okay, so that's their impulse over. That goes in the discard pile as well. And yeah, we might as well wrap that up, call it apart, and yeah, I'm running out of table space. I know I said I was maybe going to do it today and move it, but I never got round to that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do it soon because I feel like I'm getting on top of things now. Yeah, okay. Right, I'll put this part together then, and I should still get back with another part tonight, maybe. Still got time, started quite early, so should get something started anyway. Well, it's going to be our impulse. What are we going to do? Well, you said you were going to move the 48 core units in, Grant. Like I say, it would have been nice to have got the second SS, get that dispersal off that guy, but, well, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's, what is it again? We just looked at it recently. Can't move, attack, advance, or receive IP. If all defending units start an attack, disperse. Combat tactics can't be applied. Okay, that's bad. And hits incurred by the attacker are reduced by 1. Okay, that's not such a concern. Unit stack can retreat only 1 hex. Well, okay, that's not great, but I don't want to be retreating anyway. And then, however, it's a big can receive replacements. Well, not that they need that yet. So it's not terrible. It's not terrible, and I still think getting these units moved into place, I think I'm probably going to take a chance and just move them both into there. And well, that does open up this a wee gap here again that we've just closed off. But well, I could take a chance, just move one in maybe. Yeah, well, we'll see. Right, I'll put this part together and I'll be back. I lost my numbers now, so I can't remember. Right, I'll be back soon though. Cheers.